good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for Mindful Monday. What we're going to do today is we're going to explore some mindfulness practices that include our breath, that include some elements of touch, maybe some visualization. So let's see how this goes, because mindfulness is a skill that we can learn and that we can cultivate to help us become present, to notice what is. And the idea of mindfulness is that as we become aware and notice what is happening in the present moment, that we do so without any judgment. And it's helping us to create a little bit of distance between what we are experiencing and how we're feeling. And it's also an invitation just to notice some habits and some patterns. For example, the language that we're using makes a difference. We could, when a person is angry, the person usually says, I am angry, and identify with that emotion and really feel that. But we can create a little bit of space if we just say, for example, I feel that I am angry, or I feel angry, or even a little bit more of extra layer and extra space in between, I am noticing that I am feeling angry. And that takes away the sting a little bit of things. And mindfulness practices that can be meditation or focusing on the breath or returning, to our body for some sense of grounding and centering, or movement, is something that helps us to bring the mind and the attention back to what is. To help us then shift whatever it is that we're experiencing. And in this season of change, as the leaves are falling and it's fall, it's a great reminder just that how the leaves are falling from the trees. It's just, change is part of life. It's the cycle of life, and as the leaves are shedding, so it's also an invitation, as the leaves are shedding their leaves, it's an invitation for us to maybe also shed what is weighing us down, like thoughts, habits, and ideas that don't serve us any longer, that we can just also release and let go and turn things over as we go into the winter season for restoring and hibernation and nourishment, so that we can then in the spring start again with a new spring in our step. But right now we're falling into change, so to speak. So I was asked at the beginning of our session whether you need to sit down or you can lie down. It's absolutely up to you. I always like to say there is no right way or wrong way for your practice. This is just an invitation, to explore what is working for you, what is good for you. Because I'm seated, I may refer, to some of the exercises from, the seated position. But feel free when you're lying down, just to modify what feels right for you. And with this, I would like just to invite you to get comfortable wherever you are, taking a moment to check in with yourself, asking yourself how you're feeling, and then just noticing throughout our time together what is shifting for you, so that you have something, a starting point and an end point for our practice together. If it helps, you can close your eyes. It helps me to go inwards and to stay focused. And just take a moment to notice how your body is feeling. And just notice how you are supported by the surface underneath you. The connection between your body and the surface underneath you could be a chair, could be a couch, could be your bed. Bringing your attention to your feet. If you're seated, bringing your focus and your attention to your right heel. And just feeling the connection between your right heel and the ground beneath you. Imagining that you're taking root for your practice today, connecting with the earth. And then bringing your focus and your attention to your right big toe. And just feeling how your right big toe is connected to the ground and to the earth. As you then bring your attention to your right little toe, feeling your connection to the ground and to the earth. And then just noticing how your heel, the big toe and the little toe are connected and forming a triangle, helping you to get grounded and to take root for your practice. Now we're bringing your attention to your left foot, to your left heel, how that left heel is connected to the ground, to the surface beneath you. Taking that moment to get centered and to get grounded with this as well. Bringing your attention then to your left big toe, how that left big toe is connected to the surface, touching the ground or your bed. And then bringing the attention to your left little toe and feeling that connection to the surface beneath you. Noticing the connection between the left heel, the left big toe, and the left little toe, forming that triangle so that you're having both feet on the ground, so to speak. As we are beginning the process of getting out of our heads, into our bodies more, and just noticing the sensation in your legs. Bringing your attention to your calves. Feeling the texture of your clothing or the blanket against your skin. Bringing your attention to your knees. And from there to your thighs. To your glutes. Your abdomen. And maybe you can feel your abdomen moving with the breath that you're taking. Traveling up to the shoulders and just noticing the shoulders, how they are, if they're tense, or if we can just soften them a little bit, letting them hang loosely by the side of our bodies, and just imagining that they're like a coat on a coat rack. We don't have to use any tension to keep them where they are. Let them just hang there. Bringing your attention to your jaw. And then opening your mouth just a little bit between the back of your teeth. And just noticing what it does to your neck and to your shoulders, bringing a little bit of space, but also bringing a little bit more release. And then if you haven't done so already, maybe closing your eyes and just taking a moment to feel the air on your skin, on your face. Maybe you can feel the air move. As you bring your focus to your breath, the gentle in and out of your cycle. Remembering that every inhale is an invitation to receive. oxygen, life force, support. And every exhale is an invitation to release and to let go and to create more space in your system for all the support to come in and to flow within you. And that's why I invite you to make your exhales longer than your inhales. And we will begin by breathing in through the nose, just however you're breathing in, and then we're blowing the air out through the mouth, like you're blowing out a candle on a birthday cake. Let's do that for about 10 breaths. Inhaling through the nose, letting the air go wherever it wants to go. And then on the exhale, blowing the air out like we're blowing out a candle on a birthday cake. And I'm going to go on mute while I complete my 10 rounds so that my rhythm is not distracting yours and you can find yours. And after these 10 breaths, I will come back. Now, after completing 10 cycles, we give our minds something else to focus on. I invite you to count to 5 as you're inhaling slowly and deeply through your nose, down your throat, into your chest, all the way down into your lower abdomen if you can. Hold the air when it arrives there. And then exhale generously to the count of 6 or 7 or more. And just find your own rhythm. So you're inhaling slowly and deeply to the count of 5, through the nose, down the throat, into the chest, all the way down into your lower abdomen. If you can, imagining that the air is traveling down on an elevator, down into your abdomen. Hold it when it reaches there. And then exhale generously to the count of 6 or 7 or more. And just finding your own rhythm, what feels good for you. And we're going to do this again for about 10 cycles. And I will mute myself so that I'm not distracting you from your rhythm. And then after the exhale, letting go of the counting. And for the next exercise, we will use some words to give our mind something to focus on as we pair these words with our breath. And we will use these words, I am here now. We're inhaling to I all the way down into your lower abdomen if you can. Exhale generously to M. Inhaling generously again, all the way down to your lower abdomen to here. And then exhaling generously to now. Pairing the inhale with the word I. Pairing the exhale with the word M. Pairing the next inhale with the word here. And pairing the next exhale with the word now. I am here now. And just play with this. And if you mix it up, then you can start over again. It's no big deal. It's no problem at all. I am here now. Inhaling to I, exhaling to am, inhaling to here, and exhaling to now. And we're going to do this for a couple of minutes. So I will mute myself again and set a timer, and we'll come back after these 2 to 3 minutes are up. And then the next exhale, letting go of the words. And just taking this opportunity to adjust. If you feel like you need to adjust yourself the way you are positioned right now. And just taking a moment now to follow your breath the way it is falling now, if it has changed since we started. And if you can, just continue to breathe slowly and deeply into your abdomen, really filling yourself with the oxygen. And on this next exhale, we're using some visualization, especially on this gray and cold day, and just imagine that you have the sun shining on you, and that you're breathing in that light and the warmth of the sun and the particles of the sun. As you're breathing them in, they're filling your body from the inside, mixing with your blood. Inhaling that sun, filling yourself with the warmth and the light. And then on the exhale, sharing that light with yourself. Inhaling slowly and deeply through the nose, down your throat, into your chest, inviting in the warmth and the light of the sun that is shining upon you to fill yourself with its particles. And on the exhale, sharing that light and that warmth with yourself as you're exhaling. And just explore that and play with this, how this goes for you. And if it's not for you, that's quite okay. Then just do whatever resonates with you and what feels right. So we're going to do this for another 3 minutes. Inhaling slowly and deeply through the nose, down the throat, into the chest, inviting that sunlight into our bodies, into our systems. And on the exhale, we generously share that sunlight from the inside with ourselves. And just letting go of that visual and then resuming whatever it feels like for you in this moment, to breathe naturally without any instructions. And just sit there for a moment, resting in the space that you have created for yourself. Now for the next exercise, we'll bring our attention to our senses, and we will stay with each sense for 2 minutes. And we will begin with the sense of taste. What kind of taste are you experiencing right now? And just notice it and think about this, if it's the taste of the tea or the coffee from your breakfast. Just thinking about all the people that were involved bringing that cup of tea or that cup of coffee to you. The people who planted the leaves or the beans, the people who harvested them, cleansed them, packaged them, transported them, brought them into the shelves to the store, person at the register, and just noticing all these different kinds of lives the coffee or tea has touched. And we will just stay with this for 2 minutes. Now turning your attention to your sense of smell. And just what are the 2 scents or the 2 fragrances that you can smell in your environment right now? And then just choosing one of these 2 scents and just for the next 2 minutes staying with that one scent, fragrance, or smell. And if that becomes too challenging, just focus on the air that is going in and out of your nose and how that feels. And we're going to do that for 2 minutes. And now, bringing your attention to your sense of hearing. What are 3 sounds that you can identify in your immediate environment? And then for the next 2 minutes, choose one of these sounds and make the sound your focus point. And now, bringing your focus and your attention to the sense of touch. what are 4 different kinds of textures or surfaces on your body or in your immediate surrounding that you can touch? Touch those 4 textures or surfaces, and then let your hands stay, or one hand stay, on the texture or surface that feels the most comforting or soothing for you. And then just stay there for the next 2 minutes. And now, staying with the sense of touch, bringing our hands to our chest, right, where the collarbone is, beneath there. And just feel the gentle touch of your hands on your body. Just notice the weight of your hands on your body. The gentle rising and falling of your chest as you're breathing. Noticing the change and difference in temperature between the palms of your hands and the back of your hands. Maybe even feel the air move in the back of your hands. And just resting a few moments here in this position. Keeping your focus on your hands. Or the texture of your clothing or your skin feels under your hand, under your palms. Letting your hands stay there, rest there, however long feels right for you or however long you wish to do. As we go now to the next sense, and that is a sense of sight. So I invite you in your environment where you are to identify 5 items that you can look at, and then choose one item in your immediate environment that you can take a closer look at, and just really let your gaze rest there for 2 minutes, or just really look at this item closely and examine it. I'm noticing the colors, the textures, the fabrics, whatever brings your attention. Maybe it's something that brings you joy. It's great if it's something that is always in your environment, because you can then make this a focus point throughout your day as you need to, just to ground yourself and to center yourself in the present moment. So for 2 minutes now, we will spend time to gaze or focus on one thing we can see in our environment. Just letting go of that exercise now. And just taking a moment. Close your eyes again if you so wish. And to set the intention on how you would like to experience the rest of your day as we are slowly beginning the process of transitioning back into our daily activities. And then also think about the three things. What are the three essential things that you need today, that you need to do today? And then just spending a few moments in gratitude. Gratitude for yourself for showing up for this practice today, for your body, for your breath. For this community and the space that we can come together to practice together, or whatever else comes to mind for you. And just spending a few more moments in gratitude, maybe identifying three things that you're grateful for in this very moment. And And then slowly and gently bringing back some movement by wiggling your fingers and your toes, and maybe rolling your shoulders, maybe flicking your wrists, nodding your head. Yes, very slowly, and nodding it no, very slowly. Stretching, whatever feels good for you in this moment in time. And I would like to introduce you to today's assistant and practice partner, Bebe. Pets are wonderful mindfulness teachers and Zen masters, and also practice partners, as we were doing the exercise with the senses. So she was a great companion so that I could focus on her purring for the sound part, for the touch, petting her, and then also for the sense of sight. It's just like really looking at her fur and all the different colors of her being. So pets are great reminders for us to become present and to become still, and just to get in touch, quite literally, with the present moment.